Yo, it's your boy Dctree from Dctree-Nation.com, where we cover hoops and heroes. And today we're talking hoops. Greg Popovich is on the record of saying that Kawhi Leonard was not a leader for the San Antonio Spurs. I have an issue with that statement. But before I jump into my 3 points, if you like my content, please subscribe to the channel. Okay, before I get started, I just want to say this is not a video bashing Greg Popovich or the Spurs. I got a lot of respect for Pop, a lot of respect for the organization. I just disagree with him on this statement. What he said about Kawhi Leonard makes it seem like Kawhi Leonard has never been a leader for this team. You know, all the stuff that happened last year, I understand him saying, hey, he didn't show leadership qualities. It didn't work out. I get that. But going by the quote, he says Kawhi hasn't been a leader or anything, like almost as if saying he's never been a leader for this team. And that's just simply not true. We have to look at the definition of what it is to lead. He led the team in scoring. He led the team defensively. And one of the things that bothers me about this is the idea that maybe you could probably cheat your way to being the leading scorer on a basketball team. You can cheat your way into, getting hot and being selfish. You can be the Carmelos or the Allen Iversons. But I don't think you could cheat your way on the defensive end. And Kawhi Leonard has always set the tone for this team defensively. He has always taken the assignment of the LeBron, of the Kevin Durant, without hesitation. And to me, that's leadership by example. Now, if you want to say he wasn't as vocal as he could have been, that's fair. But I don't think you can say he doesn't belong in the leadership category at all. Another issue I had with this was the fact that Tim Duncan and Kawhi Leonard were both quiet players at the beginning of their careers. Tim Duncan didn't get more vocal till later on. Tim Duncan never out-talked Avery Johnson or Sean Elliott or David Robinson. It wasn't until after those guys left that Tim Duncan kind of stepped up his vocal leadership, if you want to say that. Kawhi Leonard never got that chance. Of course, he's not going to talk more than Tony and Manu. Those guys got 4 championships. Of course, he's going to take a backseat to them. So I think it's kind of unfair to say, hey, he didn't out-talk Tony and Manu, because that's not something that you can easily do as a young player and a quiet player. You get what I'm saying? And I didn't like the fact that he said Patty Mills was more of a leader than Kawhi Leonard. I'm like, come on. And to me, that's a bit insulting. I love Patty Mills, but come on. Don't insult Kawhi. Don't do that, man. And then my last issue with this is that the Kawhi Leonard drama is over. It's over. We don't even know who's right. We don't know who's wrong. Put your feelings to the side and think about this. Kawhi hasn't said one single bad thing out his own mouth about the San Antonio Spurs. He has not said one single thing bad about Greg Popovich. He has kept whatever the issues were under wraps in a classy way for the most part. Why reopen this, man? And I understand that you're just answering a question or whatnot, but come on, Pop. You've been in the game long enough to know the media is going to take this and run with it. Why even say that? Why even take this shot at this man? This man is doing good in Toronto. It didn't work out. I get, fans not liking Kawhi. That makes sense. But come on, man. Let it go. Let it go. Why are we bringing this up again? And to me, that's was the issue I had with it. And another thing, too, I noticed. What if this was some of the issues they were having behind closed doors? Remember, y'all, I don't know if you know, but Batman, my cousin. So I got them detective skills, too, So I'm thinking, what if Pop was trying to push Kawhi to be more vocal, be more of a leader? And those type of things, which in a lot of regards isn't a bad thing necessarily, but Kawhi is an introvert. I did a whole video, I have it linked below, about what introverts are and the fact that if you push an introvert too far, they're going to run. They're going to want to leave. They're going to want to leave the team. So is this something that may have happened? Was Greg Popovich being a little pushy towards Kawhi? At the end of the day, Popovich said what he said. He probably had reason for saying it. I don't know. But on the outside looking in, I probably wouldn't have said that. I got a lot of love for Pop, a lot of love for the Spurs, and I got a little respect for Kawhi. I mean, I'm upset that he left just like any other fan, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend like he didn't do work when he was on the floor for this team. It's almost like when you're in a relationship with a girl. During that relationship, you're the best thing since sliced bread. But after y'all break up, all of a sudden you were ugly, you were cross-eyed, your breath stank, all that stuff like that. And that's what this kind of felt like to me. It did. Alright guys, for more information on the Spurs and hoops, check out the main page, Dctree-Nation.com. Like us on Facebook. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Help a brother out. Peace.